What's up, Blackout Nation? What's up, y'all? Getting ready for the Seahawks preview. We're just gonna be going over some stats, giving our predictions, and then we're gonna be seeing how we're feeling about this game upcoming. They're gonna be out. So let's get to it. So coming in to week 17, Steelers vs. Seahawks. We got some stats for yards per game, yards per play, how many touchdowns we both had this whole season. Kind of high on the giveaways. Not doing bad on penalties. Yards allowed. Oh, don't like that. Turnovers per game, 1.6. All right. Seahawks ain't bad. I mean, they're in the playoff condition too, so what you thinking? Because, I mean, we've been struggling offensively, so I get the 294 throughout the entire season. Comparative, because I've just been in and out. Touchdowns were pretty much pretty close to them, but dang. I just been fucking the ball this year, man. Out of those 14, Penny has done a couple picks. Yeah. Depends on what kind of Walker's playing. How we feeling about our DBs? And once we hear the greatest edge of the Seahawks comes on defense, outpacing them in yards and points per game. See, I don't agree with that. The Seahawks unsurprisingly have the edge offensively. We got 2 running backs. They only got 1. It's Tyler. I think they got a good slot guy. I don't agree with that. Them being better than us on offense. Definitely don't agree. Just depends on how we playing that night.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50.
Sorry about that. Back to it. So the betting odds are 3.5 all game. So the over-under is at 41 points. So, and from what I've seen, it's gonna be interesting. If we can play really well, and if we have something similar to the two best games, get that 41. I would like that. We do it over 80%, 88% indicating some sharp money is favoring some offense fireworks at the outing. backing off DJ. Shut down that tight end because I know he a dog too, but Mason's got 202.5 on passing yards. What about touchdowns? 1.5. Passing attempts 31. Okay. We'll see. How you feeling after looking at the odds?
It might. It could be over 41 points, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, get them turnovers so we can. Just keep getting them turnovers so we can get the 41. I already know that. But knowing how this game's gonna turn out, Seattle, they're at home. We only been over to Seattle a few times. So it's definitely gonna be another interesting game with these boys. Hopefully either Mason or Kenny just can get it done. That's all I'm asking. That's all I need. I kind of didn't want to watch this. Do you have time for this?
It's up to you.
Let's try to build our spirits up a little bit. Hopefully, you can explain.
Bad chances to make the playoffs. But if they win out, their chances go so much higher into the 90%. Where as of right now, they're like below 20% to make the playoffs. But this is everything the Steelers need to happen in order to make it. And I'm going to start off with the Steelers winning out. So they need to win out versus the Seattle Seahawks and then the Baltimore Ravens. And both those games are away. The Pittsburgh Steelers have no more home games for the rest of the season. So they need to win at Seattle and win at Baltimore. And then they have to have one of these happen. Jaguars either lose to Panthers or Titans, the Colts lose to the Raiders, or the Texans lose to the Titans, or the Bills lose to the Dolphins. If one of those happen and the Steelers win out, they will be making the playoffs. But let's start off with the chances for each one to happen and the Steelers winning out. What are the chances the Steelers win versus Seattle and Baltimore? Well, Seattle, this is an important game for them as well because their playoff chances all relies on winning out basically either. So they need to win out, so the Steelers are going to have a tough matchup against Seattle with both teams needing to win. But Seattle, their record is basically the same as Pittsburgh, so they've been an easy team. Some weeks they do good, some weeks they do bad. So this is a really good matchup for the Steelers. Not too tough, but also obviously a team with their chip on their shoulder and going out trying to win. And looking at the Baltimore Ravens, that game might be very important for both teams as well. Both teams have something on the line if it comes down to it, because the Baltimore Ravens are battling for that number one spot in the AFC to be the first team at the top of the conference and get that first round bye in the playoffs. But on the other hand, it might also mean that the Ravens don't have anything to play for and they could just bench their players, because if they fall down in the standings and they have no chance of getting that number one seed, then they may be able to rest their players. But who knows? I expect them to play their players because I expect that they will have something to play for, because they do face the Miami Dolphins, who are also battling for the number one spot, and then they face also the Cincinnati Bengals. So I expect them to be playing their players against the Steelers and having something to play for. So these two last matchups for the Steelers this season, both teams more than likely will have something to play for. And then you look at the other things that the Steelers need to happen. They need the Jaguars to lose to the Panthers
Jaguars.
The
or the
Jaguars.
Titans.
It's Jaguars.
Well, if you look at the Jaguars recently, the Jaguars just lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You would have
Well, yeah,
thought
'cause
that would have been
Lawrence is
an
known for,
easy
like,
matchup for
he's-
them.
Did he get knocked
Well,
out?
they
Or
lost,
he had concussion?
and they have not been playing good so
Getting
far.
hurt a lot.
in
His
the late
offensive
stretch
line
of the
is
season
terrible.
after
Yeah.
starting off good
But
early.
he
Also,
can't
Trevor
ball
Lawrence
out
has
when
been
he got the
injured
right.
He
and
just
has
can't.
been dealing with injuries
No,
all
I know.
throughout the
He-
season, basically,
don't.
at least these last 4 weeks.
But-
And he said
Sorry,
now
Trev.
he's still dealing with the injury and he's not 100%. So the
Did you get
chances
blown
that they
out?
lose to either the Panthers, that's not a good chance. But against the Titans, a division rival, we all know how those games go. Division rivals are always the toughest matchups. We know this from the Steelers facing Cincinnati, the Browns, and the Ravens. It's always a tough matchup, and I expect it to be a tough matchup to close the season, at least against the Titans as well for the Jaguars. So there's a chance that the Jaguars lose one of those 2 games. Looking at the Colts, the Steelers need the Colts to either lose to the Raiders if Jaguars don't end up losing. So the Colts need to lose to the Raiders.
He's such a
The
tool.
Raiders have not been a good team, but they did have that one game where they scored like 70 points. So maybe they go rely on
Sorry,
that hot
Stealing
streak.
report.
But the Colts, that
you
should
said
be an easy
Jaguars,
matchup
funny.
for them. And it looks like that's going to be a tough matchup for the Steelers needing to happen. But the Texans losing to the Titans, also, once again, that's going to be a tough matchup because even though the Titans have not been really good this season, it seems like their games always come down to the wire. Even though they don't always win it, they have a really good running game with Derrick Henry and Spears, and then they have a solid defense as well. So that's going to be a game as well, the Texans versus the Titans. And also CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is just coming back from injury. I don't even know 100% that he will be playing, but he's been dealing with a concussion for the last 2 weeks, and this matchup takes place this week. So the Titans versus the Texans, the first game back from CJ Stroud, is very possible that the Texans could actually lose this game. Also, the Bills versus the Dolphins. This one's going to be a very, very good matchup to watch, just from a football perspective. 2 really good teams at this point in the season facing. The Bills start off very slowly. They should have been a lock to make the playoffs.
Dolphins,
Their team is
if
really
they
good,
pull
and
this
they've been
off,
playing really good
they
as
beat
of
the
late.
Chiefs
So this is going to be a
somehow.
really good matchup, just from a football perspective. But the Steelers need the Bills to lose this matchup if none of the other things happen. So the
Okay, so we
Bills
need the
losing to
Bills
the
to lose
Dolphins,
that matchup.
it
Oh.
seems like
Okay,
whenever the Bills
Tyreek.
usually
Let's
face
go,
the Dolphins,
Tyreek.
the Bills always get the better of them, and the Bills come out on top. That's what happened the last few years. But looking at this matchup, the Bills, the Dolphins, obviously, if the Dolphins' offense is able to do good, they have a really explosive offense, and if they're actually able to do it against a good defense, that's going to be a good thing for the Steelers. But I really don't know about this one, and I believe the Bills probably, with a chip on their shoulder, last game of the season, they're going to come out on top. But this is a matchup the Steelers would need the Bills to lose. So everything I just basically named is how the Steelers can make the playoffs. Once again, let me just recap it. They need to beat the Seattle Seahawks and beat the Baltimore Ravens in their final 2 games. They need to win out. And then one of these need to happen. Either the Jaguars lose to the Panthers or the Titans, but if that doesn't happen, they need the Colts to lose to the Raiders. And if that doesn't happen, they need the Texans to lose to the Titans. If that doesn't happen, they need the Bills to lose to the Dolphins. So one of those teams need to lose and the Steelers need to win out. But with that being said, this is how
Really
the
not that hard.
Steelers can make the playoffs.
We got a bunch of
in
ways to
every
go
possible
into the
situation
playoffs. So
that
it's-
can unfold. Man, you just look at this when everything that needs to happen right for the Steelers, and you just think back of the last 2 times the Steelers made the playoffs in Big Ben's final 2 years. They are basically in the exact same situation, needing things to go
But it's like
right,
an overload
and they
this
don't
time.
control their
It's
own
like,
destiny.
yo.
Yes, they need to win out, but they don't control the other teams beating the other teams.
But
And that's
at
exactly
least
what
look at
happened
the
with
odds
the Steelers
of how
the
many
last
games
2
are.
years
There's
of
at
Big
least
Ben's,
4 of
and
these
everything
games
went
are
right for
bound
them,
to happen
and
to
they
go
made
away.
it. But just looking at the Steelers this season, they could have easily been in the playoffs. If they just
Yep,
won
one
against the
game
Arizona
ago.
Cardinals, which were 2-8, I believe, and then also the Patriots,
Yeah,
which were a 2-8 team. If they just won against those bad teams, those bad teams at the bottom of the league.
They should have just
Steelers
called the
have
game against
easily made
Arizona
the
that
playoffs.
we would have
We've
won.
just been losing some
But
really
they let the
bad
game play.
games as of late, and now hopefully they're able to turn around their season, win out, and have these other teams help them, just like other teams have helped them in the past.
Yeah, that's when
in
Danny
making
Smith
the
got his
playoffs.
back.
But
No,
they
no,
don't control their own destiny.
he tore his
so they
rotator
could
cuff.
have if their season just
By
started
that
better.
Packer dude.
If they just decided to fire Matt Canada earlier on in the season, maybe if he didn't return as the head coach this season, like many of us were saying. But hopefully their offense is able to produce and be able to keep up with what they did last week and blow out the final two teams and at least show us something and show it wasn't a fluke last week against the Bengals, and hopefully the defense is able to step up, continue playing well, and continue limiting the points for the opposing team, giving the Steelers offense a better chance. But this is everything you need to know basically heading into this week and everything that needs to happen. I'll recap it again probably next week and go over the options and the scenarios that have to happen next week after this week's set of games, whether they have a better chance or lower chance. I'll recap it and give you everything you need to know next week. But as of this week, this is what needs to happen. But with that being said, let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about their chances and everything I just named out and laid out there for you? Do you believe it will happen? Do you think the Steelers are going to win out? Do you believe they're going to just win one of their games? Do you think the other teams are going to lose any of those games I named? Or do you believe the Steelers just won't make the playoffs? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about this scenario.
All right, Tool. Such a Tool.
Alright,
Jaguars.
guys.
Jaguars.
That's all the ways we can easily make the playoffs. So
Just believe.
we're gonna make the playoffs this year. So I'm happy about that.
Then I might start in the playoffs maybe.
It depends on how these last couple of games go. If we get the what seed will we get? 5th or 6th?
Maybe 7.
7th, you think?
Maybe. I can
So
check.
7 versus 1, is it?
1 gets a bye.
Okay, yeah, so 7 versus
So 2
10.
versus 7, 3 versus 6,
Okay.
4 versus 5.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we just need to battle for maybe 7. We could, and there's no way we can get 4, so I think 7 might be the best option. That means we got to go to at Miami.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go.
Uh,
So next one coming out the gate is Seattle. We're gonna punch him. We're gonna crack him. We're gonna pull him back and we're gonna crack him again. Do y'all feel a little bit more optimistic now? Hopefully. Please let me know down in the comments if y'all do, because things are on our side, you guys. Realize that. Realize that. Can you gonna get better? Hopefully, when we make a playoff, some other guys, mainly in our defense, the core, gets better. We can go on a run. I'm just saying. Maybe. Maybe. It's all up to him. It's all up to him. But then you want to do our predictions?
It's up to
Or
you.
scores?
Prediction. It's up to you. If you want to do predictions or injury report.
Oh yeah, let's go injury report first. Sorry, you guys.
Okay, myself, I'm going to be questionable, so I'm going to be backing up.
So
Thompson is ruled out. Harris is going to play.
Okay.
Samal is going to play. Mika and Roberts are both out. Jamal Adams is out. Nick B questionable. Jake Bobo playing. Bradford playing. Brooks questionable. Brown, Clark, Diggs playing. Edwards, Estrick, Ouch. Fant, Jones, Lewis, Lockett, Lucas playing old man Jason Peters.
Oh,
Out. Reed
what's just
playing Jackson Smith and Jigba, playing Bobby Wagner, playing Kenneth Walker, questionable. Witherspoon, questionable. Leonard Williams playing. Not Akeel Witherspoon, Devin Witherspoon.
okay.
The rookie.
Yeah.
But they're not related. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a deep injury report for both teams. So
Well, we only have two injuries.
yeah,
2 or 3. But Seattle is probably
Seattle's
even.
yeah, for the better guys. Yeah.
I think TJ should get 3 if he wants to break straight hand sack record. He needs
Three sacks this game, or
yeah,
throughout?
he has to get 3
3?
sacks in the final 2 games if he wants to break that record.
Ooh, please let it be Drew Lock. Please let it be Drew Lock.
It might be. You never know. You never know.
That's not anything against Drew Lock, but just TJ just eating, just eating. And Alex, of course, Alex. Shout out to you too. And Nick Irving too.
But he doesn't hardly play that much.
Yeah, but he's still getting in there, making his presence known. So. Okay, but let's get into the next segment. Let's get to these predictions.
I said a loss. I said a loss.
did.
I'm sorry.
You did.
I said 34-13 defeat. I'm sorry. That's
34-13. Well done.
yeah. But that's just our predictions before the season even started.
Yeah.
So that's just mine. Just can't change it.
I respect it.
Because if it could be a loss, maybe it could be. You never know.
Oh, we could easily shit the bed this last game. But before Baltimore coming in this wet, soggy, just hopefully better than our in Seattle. It's on, what is it? It's on something platform. We'll be checking the weather reports. But I'm gonna go 28-21.
Yeah, it's gonna be high scoring.
Yeah. It's gonna be 12th man's gonna be out there. I'm giving it Seattle. I'm gonna say there's some calls that are gonna be BS, and there's gonna be a play that ultimately changes the entire face of the game. It's gonna be one play. But 28-21, Steelers win. Oh, I don't know. Seattle's always been interesting with this, especially since we played them in the Super Bowl. So we'll see, you guys.
Yeah, we never won at. It was CenturyLink Field before they renamed it.
What is it now?
Lumen.
Lumen.
It's kind of gay. When you say woo? Woo. But we never won in Seattle since '83. That's back at the Kingdom. That's when Bradshaw was still there. Jack Lambert probably second to last year.
We've been winning in Seattle since '83.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know we beat him in the Super Bowl, but that's different. That's
different.
different.
That was in Arizona.
Detroit.
It was just,
Super Bowl 40 was Detroit.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
43 was. Yeah, 40.
Or the one we played against Arizona, that was in
Tampa.
I thought that was in Dallas for a second.
No, that was 2010 against Green Bay.
Okay, yeah. Got my Super Bowls mixed up, guys. Sorry. Only been to 3. But let's go. Hey, are you excited?
Yeah, that's good. I'm backing up. But I really want to play, but Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is ready to go again.
If his nose is shining bright,
Get some yards
let
tonight.
him get that sleigh tonight. Let him do his slang tonight.
Yeah, but if he's struggling, I'm coming in.
Yeah. Hey. If he throws 2 picks,
I'm taking my fucking hat off and coming right in.
throw it off.
That's what Big Ben did.
Kenny.
Yep.
All the Steelers fans in Seattle. That's what I want to see. How many Steelers fans are gonna show up?
Probably at least 100. You never know,
Mm.
because Seattle's one of the loudest stadiums in the league. Because it's very loud.
It's post Christmas. They're gonna be a rowdy bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it, you guys. That's our preview before the Seattle game. Get hype. Hopefully it's gonna be a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
With a Steeler win, of course. But if not, I just hope it's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Prayers for the next 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Prayers for Kenny Pickett's health. And prayers for a Steeler win. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Just be ready, guys. Just be ready.
George, Deontay, Muth,
Mm-hmm.
Kenny, Mason,
Mm-hmm.
Mike T,
O-line.
Mexico.
Yeah, hike it quicker, please.
And higher. Higher, bro.
What'll higher?
Bro.
Not over the head.
Bro. No. We do not tolerate these over-the-shoulder ones. We do not tolerate ground hikes. If it touches the ground, I'm pissed off.
Yeah, if it fumbles, recover it.
Yes.
Don't stand it.
But as long as we do our job, we will win this game.
Yep.
So, let's go Steelers. Here we go. Let's get fired up. We'll catch y'all later. Post game. Hopefully it's after a dub, so we're definitely gonna be hyped for that. And then we're gonna catch y'all
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Hopefully we win this game, please.
Do you know what it's like to ring in the new year with a Steeler win? 2024? How do you know it's gonna be all year when a Steeler wins? On New Year's Eve.
Well, I'll probably watch the ball drop too. Because they said they made a new design of the ball drop. I think, yeah, because one of the residents told me that it's going to be mustaches
Oh gosh,
all over the ball. Yeah.
Those mustaches, yeah. It's a year, yeah. 2024 is the year of the mustache. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm growing mine still.
Hey man, any woman who could grow a beard too, grow out your mustache.
I'm not a beer guy. Nope.
No, I'm a
Goatee
guilty
guy.
guy. Yes, I'm a guilty guy. I'm like Jafar. JK. But alright, let's get out of here. Get your table towels ready. Let's go Steelers. We prayed out.
Yep.
See y'all later. Do say. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget.
Same to my channel too, guys.
Yes, Sandra Teddy Miller's channel. Let's go. Catch y'all later.